Hello traders everywhere, Adam Hewison here, co-founder of MarketClub with your 1 p.m. market update for Monday the 12th of September. Well, it's Monday, September 12th, and as we mentioned at the end of August, September is a pretty treacherous month for the equity markets, and it's certainly proven true this month so far. Here's what's bugging the markets at the moment. One, the total lack of any plan coming out of Europe for solving the sovereign debt problem. Two, the total lack of any plan in the U.S. to solve the unemployment problem. Until these two very important elements are resolved, we're going to see continued volatility in all the markets. As always, we rely on our trade triangle technology, which separates the wheat from the chaff. In the types of markets that we're currently in, it is imperative to have a game plan. Having a cohesive game plan removes a trader's emotions, and emotions are the number one account killer for most traders, so just remember that. Now let's go to the 6 major markets, and we track them every day and see how we can create and maintain your wealth in 2011. What you're seeing on the screen right now is the perfect R portfolio. This is great for 401ks or IRA accounts. We show you the results. If you're already a member of Market Club, you get this for free. However, if you'd like to get this report, you can get it free when you take a trial to Market Club for $8.95. It's a great way to see the perfect portfolio as well as to learn how the markets really work. So let's go to our next market, and we are going to go to our portfolio, and let me just bring that up, looking at the Forex portfolio, but we're going to look at the 1 p.m. update here. And we've got, we need to get some other markets up there, so let me do that while we're looking at this. So let me just minimize this, and we're going to put in the S&P 500, simple INX, and you can see how quickly you can do this with Market Club. Just click here, and we're going to also put in, let's see, we've got the silver, gold, crude oil. We need the dollar index, which is very important, and that's just, I know what the index is, it's DX, so I'm just going to put that in, and I'm going to put that in, and we've got our markets. So let's start with our first one, which is crude oil, which is the S&P 500, which we always talk about. As you can see, we're back down now to an area which is really key to this market. Currently, we have the S&P 500 in like a trading range. It's found support on August, right here, August 26, and again on September 6, around this level. It's not looking that great. However, the market's getting to an oversold condition, and we're still in a trading range. Remember, we're minus 75. We've got a mixture of monthly is down, our weekly is up, creating that trading range we talked about, and we really we need to get out of this range somewhere along the line here, and I think it's going to be to the downside with all the problems, as I said, in Europe and also here in the States. But generally speaking, the markets aren't acting very, very well, but I would not be surprised to see some sort of a bounce from these levels, given the fact that we're at some sort of support level where the market's bounced before, and also we're back at an oversold condition. Looking at the Williams percent R, and also the MACD, it looks like the MACD is almost about to turn down. So let's see how that works out for the rest of the day. But generally speaking, we're back into looks like an early support area. However, things aren't looking good for the equity markets. Just remember that the trend is your friend, and the major trend is still down for this market. So let's go to our next market and go back to the portfolio. And we're going to be looking at silver. That's one of the markets we obviously look at all the time. The silver market is getting very, very interesting. Now, we've done a couple of things today. One is we have seen the parabolic get hit. The market's down today, and you can see we're in a very oversold condition, much like we were back here and back here. And if you project these forward, we're in what I think is going to be a low period, much like we were here, here, and back here. So I think we could see this market bounce up from somewhere along the line. It's not there yet, but generally speaking, you've got the daily is negative, the weekly is positive, and the monthly is positive, and we've got a plus 55 score. We know what a plus 55 score means. It means you're going to be in a trading range, and that's what's important to remember. So let's see how this works out, but generally speaking, longer term, we're still bullish on silver. However, we want to see some of our other indicators kick in if we're going to come out of those positions. So very, very important. The market's back in an oversold condition right here, and every time we've gotten down here, we've sort of seen some sort of turnaround. So let's watch this market very carefully the next couple of days for an opportunity to be a buyer. So let's go back to our portfolio, and we're going to look at gold. Gold again is on the defensive, big down move again, but nonetheless, the overall trend is still positive. The monthly and the weekly is still positive. Only the daily is negative, and that's what you're seeing today. So I think, generally speaking, we're just getting into this, sort of approaching this area, what should be a beginning of an oversold condition, and I think that's probably looking at some areas that we may have an opportunity to be a buyer for gold. But this is definitely a conundrum right now, because you've got this market going sideways, the potential of a double top. And let me get my telestrator on here so I can just show you what I mean. And we've talked about this in previous markets, and that is we have the potential of a double top right here, and certainly this is the top of the Donchian trading channel. However, right around these levels here, gold should really run into support, and certainly we've talked about the $1,800 level for support, and also the $1,750 area of support. So basically we're getting down to an oversold condition. We're coming into a support area. We want to see how this market acts, and if it acts the way we think it's going to act, we may want to look to be a buyer, a low-risk buy coming up potentially in gold. So let's stay tuned with that one. So let me clear everything off the screen and go to our next market, and just take that off, clear it up there. And the next market we're going to be looking at is what we always look at, is of course crude oil, and crude oil is right here. And as you can see with crude oil, we've had this, I'm going to go back to my telestrator because this is really kind of an interesting market right now. If you look at crude oil, we've basically had this market just going really kind of sideways for a while. It seems like we get down to 84, which is right here, find support, get up to resistance at 90, chop, 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 chop. But the reality is we're still in a trading range. Look at our indicators. We're plus 55, which is right here, and we've got a trade triangle that's pointing down and a weekly that's pointing up. So there you've got the conundrum of the 55, which means it's a trading range. And if you're in a trading range in crude oil, you want to be relying on your Williams percent R and the Donchian trade channels. They've worked out very, very well in this market, and we talked about this before, of course. And let's just clear everything off the screen. Go down here. You can see we're sort of in the mid level here, and the MACD is actually in a positive mode. So we're sort of still in this area that I would say, if I really was to get excited about this market, I'd like to see it go over and close over the 90 level, but I don't think we're going to see that anytime soon. I think we can still move along, and depending on what happens to the economy based on the equity markets, this is going to be a driver of the crude oil. So let's go to our next market, and the next market we're going to be looking at is the dollar index. Now this is something we're very excited about, and I want to share this. We've talked about this, gosh, for quite a while, and it finally came true, what we're looking for, and we're looking at 3 months. I'm going to just go a little further, and I'm going to put this on a line chart to show you just how, and I'm going to take off the Donchian trading channels. It's easiest to do with MarketClub. You just click here, and I'll take out the parabolic. Now what I want to share with you is this. If you look at our, I'll put my illustrator on, if you look at the daily, weekly, and monthly, which is right here, everything is positive. Boom, boom, boom. Got a 100 score right there, very, very positive. And also, I'm going to freehand draw this just quickly. We talked about this being an energy field, and that's exactly what it turned out to be. And it looks like we'll see this market move higher. This has the potential of going much higher. This is started a huge base, a huge energy field, capable of taking the dollar index, in my opinion, up over plus 80 and possibly to 82. 82. So it's still looking very, very good in my opinion. If we pull back to the 76.61, which is not that far, which is right around here, I would say this would be a great buying opportunity for you. Very, very good opportunity. I'll be probably buying the market right there myself again. So let's see how that plays out. But again, this is a huge base for this market to go higher. The pullback is not a top. It's the beginning of a retrenchment, another building to move higher. So let's see how that works out. And I'll clear this off, and we'll go to our last market, which we've talked about, and that's the CRB index, which is right here. And it's a plus minus 65, still a trading range. We're looking for this market to pull back. That's exactly what has happened. We're seeing this market potentially coming back down to the 330 level, maybe even the 325 level. And one thing I would do here is actually draw in our Fibonacci, which we've used many times before on this show. And you can see if we pull back the 329, which is actually got the 330, it's a 50%, and the 325, 97 is a 61.8%. So if we get down there, that's going to probably represent an area that you want to be looking to purchase this market, given the fact that our trade triangles are in a trading range type scenario. Plus, if we get down here, we've got to get a little bit oversold here before we get excited about buying it, kind of like where we were here, and again where we were here, and again here. So let's see how this works out. But generally speaking, I look for this market to be on the defensive, and we're looking for those zones to be hit sometime in the not too distant future. So let's see how that plays out. Let's see how we look at this market. We've been talking for a while now, but we're very excited about being back. And as I said, if you'd like to get that special report, the Perfect R portfolio, give us a call. Send it into marketclubtv.ino.com. If you're a member, you'll get the report free. It's a 10-page report. It's a very nice report. You'll learn a lot about the markets and how you can use this report in your own portfolios. I think you'll find it very, very interesting. It's only 4 markets we track it in, and it's done extremely well. So give us a call or email us for this special report. If you're a member, it's free. If you're not a member, you have to take a 30-day trial to MarketClub, which is only $8.95, and you get this report for free. It's well worth it, so give it a shot. Hey, this is Adam Hewison for MarketClub. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, right here, so stay tuned. Also, this Wednesday we have a show for you, so stay tuned for that. Wednesday at 5 p.m. we'll be having MarketClub TV live right here, so we'll see you then. Every success in the marketplace.